My name is Gus, and I am the lead singer in Young Guns.
I'm John, and I play guitar.
Can you guys give any background information, like when you guys got started, how you formed?
We kind of got together in 2008, but we'd all been playing in bands together for like years before that, right? Like kind of, these guys grew up in the same area, so they would be like, joining one band and then going to another one, like a little community, a little scene. And I met the guys through a mutual friend, and then John was like, "You want to play bass in this band I'm in?" And I was like, "Okay, I don't really play bass, but all right." And then it just kind of evolved naturally, and the lineup kind of changed and happened, and we started to suck a little bit less. We put out our first EP in 2009, and we've just been on the road ever since then. A couple of years in the UK, then we went out to Europe, and now we're here in America. So.
How have you guys really managed to gain a fan base throughout like the entire world?
Just relentless touring, I guess. We've been, especially in the US, we've been touring the US for like the last 3.5 years. Just all over the country. Trying to, play as many shows as possible, get your album out to as wide an audience as possible, and make a name for yourself.
Yeah, there's no easy route. You got to just try and work on writing good songs, and then take those songs on the road and play them to anyone who wants to hear them. Maybe there's not going to be loads of people there at first, but you just got to keep going, keep building, and that's what we've done. We've had some success on some good fortune on the radio over here, which has kind of helped us to have a leg up at the beginning of our career in America. Had a couple of songs that across a couple of years that have had some good airplay, and that has really helped us to reach out to a wider audience. So a lot of times people will be like, "Oh, I didn't realize that song was you guys. I just hear it on the radio all the time." And then when we're at a festival like this, where you're playing on a stage and people are walking past, "Oh, I've heard that song on the radio," or whatever. So there's no shortcut to it. You just got to work super hard and try and write the best songs that you can, and be stubborn. You have to be real stubborn, because you got to just keep going.
Where did you guys find the inspiration for the song Echoes, or for the?
Well, the album is called Echoes, and it's a title track on it. I mean, I guess I'm the lyricist, so primarily it will be my question to answer. But I find that when I'm writing songs, I don't necessarily think about what it is that I'm saying. I'm just writing, oh, this sounds cool, or this feels honest, or whatever. And then afterwards, I will sit back up. We have a collection of songs, and then I will see, as I did with this album, like an overarching theme that runs through the whole record. And with this one, it was really, I think, a reflection on where I was at as a person and where we were at as a band. When we started writing this record, we just changed record labels in the UK. I'd just come out of a long-term relationship. We just parted ways with our original drummer, who was one of our best friends. So it felt like a real point in time where everything was changing and everything was different, and all the things that had been constants for us for a couple of years now were gone. So I think Echoes, the song and the album on the whole, is really about this idea of kind of not being trapped in and reliving the memories that you have of the past in your head, but kind of putting them to bed and moving forward. And that's what Echoes, the song, is about. Is not being stuck listening to the echoes of the moments gone, but rather looking ahead to the future. And I think that's what the whole album is about, in one way or another.
What made both of you guys want to be in a band?
Not having a real job.
Yeah, the fear of real life.
Yeah, it is escapism. It's like, I don't know, it's kind of like being the Lost Boys in Peter Pan.
Yeah, it is a Peter Pan lifestyle, isn't it? I mean, what's great about being in a band is that your life becomes very simple. We're privileged in that we get to wake up every day, and our life is kind of structured out and planned for us. You've got to play a show at this time, do press at this time, be here at this time, bus is leaving at this time to take you to the next place. You have people to help you get there. That's really great. When I was like 10 years old, I've always loved music. It's always been really, really important to me. I can't say that like my goal in life was to be in a band. I don't think I ever articulated my passion for music like that. I just love music. I love to play instruments. I love to listen to music. It's just the most important thing to me, I suppose.
How was your guys' band name created?
It was actually one of our former members that came up with the name. But I think you know, a whole bunch of us were going out in London all the time, being horrible people.
Fuckheads.
Yeah, and getting drunk all the time. We kind of felt like we had like a bit of a gang mentality. So I think, and then we were all fans of like 80s films and stuff, and I think the two toss-ups were The Lost Boys or Young Guns, as in the Western film. So I think the old guitarist got the name from that, right?
Yeah, it just kind of stuck. And at that time, we were just like writing demos and putting them on MySpace. We weren't really as a band, we weren't like a fully formed entity with an audience or a fan base. So we didn't put that much thought into it. We were just like, yeah, all right, and then lineup changes happened, and we actually started writing music that we thought was really good, and then we released our first release, and it went well. So it just stuck. And I think it's a name that's memorable. People remember it. People kind of recognize the name. So.
What have been some of your guys' favorite places to play?
Good question. In terms of America or the world?
The world, anywhere.
Well, I think for me, we've only been once, but going to Tokyo was something that I've wanted to do since I was a little boy. We went there and we played a couple of shows. They both sold out. We didn't sleep for 5 days. We just went out and absorbed every second that we could, kind of being in Tokyo in that city. I mean, Japan is an amazing place.
That or Thailand, I think.
Thailand
was an amazing place to play as well.
Yeah, we recorded an album. We did the album that's called Bones. We recorded that in Thailand, and then we went back and did a festival there about a year later. Like Incubus and Cedar and all these great bands. You get treated very well, and it's just beautiful places to be. So.
Are there any countries that you guys haven't played yet that you would like to?
Brazil.
I haven't been anywhere in South America really, which is definitely a target for us.
I want to go to Mexico. We haven't played any shows in Mexico yet. That would be amazing. Russia as well. We keep with some of those places. Tours keep kind of getting organised and happening, and then something gets in the way. Like we had a couple of festivals booked in Brazil, and then the promoter took a lot of the money and just disappeared. So the festival kind of cancelled. But that happens. Being in a band, you have to kind of roll with the punches a bit. There's always disappointments as much as there's excitement, but we'll get there. We're pretty kind of determined. We tour all the time, so I think it's only a matter of time before we get to those places.
What comes next for you guys after Warped Tour?
We go back home to the UK for a little bit. We have a couple of kind of sporadic shows over there, and then we're back out here, I think, for festivals, right?
Festivals in September over here. Bunch of headline shows as well.
Okay.
Just a couple of weeks. Just dip a toe in. It's the beginning of the album campaign. And then we go back home to do Billy Talent UK and European tour, and then we come back here in November for a bunch of stuff that isn't quite kind of ready to be announced yet.
Wow, so that's a busy rest of the year for you guys.
That's what we want. We have a new album ready to go. We want people to hear it.
Thank you guys.
Thanks.